Boy, nothing gets me ready to love a protagonist more than 20 minutes of singing and cheering about her death before we ever meet her. Like, god damn.
I'm not afraid. It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Wicked Part 1 is here, yes, you can name it whatever you like, but it is a disgusting, annoying marketing tactic to be all like, yeah, here we are, look, Wicked Part 1, just in the far corner of the screen. It's really cheeky, it's really annoying. I knew what was going on already. There'll be some fathers brought in by their daughters to that. And they'll be like, yeah, Wicked. It's really funny, but at the same time, and I can't help it because I want to feel annoyed by films continuing to do this, but I feel like it's worth 2.5 hour films. So Elphaba is attending Shiz University because this 2024/2025 film is 2004 coded in a 1939 world, and she's unpopular because of her color. But it's green, haha, yes, this whole thing is very 2004, isn't it? But I can't bring myself to dislike it. It's one of those films, a little bit like, I'd compare it to something like Hairspray, where I watch it the first time and I'm like, that's just a silly, ridiculous film. But I kind of love it, I can't help myself. Elphaba meets Galinda, who seems to be a bitch because in the opening sequence she's cheering with the Munchkins about Elphaba's death, and then she is just a huge, horrible person in general to her. But we're going to sing a song about their rivalry and about how much they hate each other, so it's a fun thing, it's not relentless bullying. We also get a song about how excited Elphaba is to meet the wizard. Oh, yeah, that's gonna age like Love is an Open Door in Frozen. After brutally making fun of Elphaba, Galinda will suddenly have something nice happen to her because Elphaba mistakenly thought she was being nice, and then they will become friends. That's how all great friendships start. At least until she gets what she wants from Elphaba, because this is a bitch. Anyway, she will sing a song about being and becoming popular, just in case the first hour and a half of her being a dick didn't inform you that this girl is shallower than America's Next Top Model. Then Galinda meets Fiyero, so it's like having Barbie and Ken if Barbie was 30% more malicious and Ken was 80% more gay. You see the way Jonathan Bailey's body moves in some of those dance scenes? It's almost insulting to our intelligence to pretend that that man has any interest in sleeping with women. But he is here to corrupt his fellow students. He's a prince of something. I don't know how the hierarchy works around here. Everyone seems to obey the wizard, but he lives in the capital city. But then, and he designs the road. So, but there are also governors, and then there must be a king if he's a prince. It doesn't matter. He's just here to corrupt his fellow students because he's a naughty little boy. But then suddenly he's just not anymore. Because 5 hours runtime isn't enough to explain why he's just going to be nice now, even though he wasn't before. Then ignoring most of the subplots and things, like how does that goat wear glasses? Like every time his glasses fall off, somebody else has to put them back on. Like he has hooves, how does that work? He also makes tea, it doesn't matter. So Galinda and Elphaba will just go off to meet the wizard, find out he's a cuck, steal his Necronomicon or whatever, make a bunch of flying monkeys, and then become public enemy number 1. Oh, and Oz public press secretary. It's not quite as catchy as The Wizard of Oz, but yeah. And then we'll round off with Elphaba singing her that song in every musical that makes gay people go, that's my story. Every time. Imagine if Frozen had ended with Let It Go. And they'd been like, yeah, check out Frozen 2 sometime for more. Pew, pew. Like, and then imagine how good it would have had to be up to that point for me to be okay with that. Like, I was really ready to be like, oh, so annoying how they do this. But this managed to genuinely feel like it was just Act 1. It feels like a very faithful adaptation so far. I'm really enjoying it. Jonathan Bailey is just, the whole cast is great. It's really impressively done. It feels like it works in 2024 well enough. Like, considering that it is a 20-year-old story. And I'm giving Dune for Women 4.5 stars. I have to say the fact that this opens with Galinda being like, let me tell you the whole story, and then it tells us exactly half the story, that's a little bit, it's cheeky. Also, the whole prologue bit feels weird when you don't have the second half of the story. It feels weird to open with that, yeah. Anyway, if you just don't subscribe, then you're never going to find out how my weird obsession with Jonathan Bailey ends.